Imagine for a minute, you've been in the same field for over 20 years. You've accomplished many of the goals you've set along the way, and now you think it's time to try something new. You work full time in a pretty high stress environment, work 2 to 3 extra gigs every week, and have two teenage boys at home who are involved in a multitude of extracurricular activities. So why not add a master's degree, right? Howdy, my name is Sarah Ashmore. I'm a proud Aggie and soon to be graduate of the Master's Program in Educational and Human Resource Development through the College of Education and Human Development at Texas A&M University. In 2001, I left the university I was attending with just one semester left of my bachelor's program to attend the police academy. After several years of being a full-time police officer, I decided to go back to school and finish my bachelor's degree at Texas A&M University Commerce. I received my Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences in Criminal Justice with an emphasis in management from A&M Commerce in 2009. As 2020 was coming to an end, I realized that in no time I would be eligible to retire. And as much as I love what I do, it was time for me to start preparing for the next chapter of my life. Despite my deep passion for policing, I understood the importance of exploring what lay beyond the badge. I made the decision to return to A&M Commerce in the spring of 2021 to test the waters of a master's degree by diving into a master's certificate program in organization development. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what exactly drew me to that particular program, but I'm sure glad that's the one I chose. My experience in the OD program served as a catalyst to spur my interest in furthering my knowledge and expertise in the realm of human resource development. I applied and was accepted into the Education and Human Resource Development program at Texas A&M University in the spring of 2022. And this portfolio is the final requirement to graduate from the program. As you navigate through the next few pages, you will have the opportunity to learn more about classes that were influential in my learning journey and how they've shaped me, not only on a professional level, but also personally. As you navigate through each tab, you'll see a course title and a short synopsis and discussion of key learning points from each course. When you see a button similar to the ones on the left of this video, please click on them. The buttons on this first page will link you to the full degree plan for the MS EHRD program, as well as to my resume. On subsequent pages, the buttons will take you to a sample of work completed in those courses. Some of the works that I've showcased are individual papers or projects. Some are examples of discussions over the reading and text, and others will demonstrate group projects. Numerous courses within this program place a strong emphasis on collaborative teamwork. Given that my coursework was conducted entirely online, these team projects mirror the dynamics of operating in our contemporary global and highly digitalized environment. As professionals, we find ourselves collaborating with teams located in various offices, time zones, and possibly even across different continents. Learning how to effectively navigate the challenges posed by these variables was paramount in ensuring the delivery of exemplary work products. As I mentioned, my journey started at Texas A&M Commerce, where I began with a certificate program in organization development. These first 4 courses were very essential in influencing my decision to dive deeper into the subject matter and pursue this degree at Texas A&M. The 2 courses that I've highlighted from A&M Commerce are my Organization Development course and my Organizational Leadership course. The Organization Development project provided me with an invaluable opportunity to assess and enhance my own organization. This project served as a learning experience, equipping me with the skills necessary to identify organizational needs, develop action plans, and implement strategies to facilitate positive change and growth. This course served as my introduction to the action research method and appreciative inquiry. By employing these research approaches, my team and I were able to produce outcomes that were not only actionable, but also positively impactful for the organization. Having little to no experience in research methods, a crucial lesson that I learned was the importance of ensuring participant anonymity and confidentiality during research endeavors within an organization. Initially, we had a sluggish response to our project survey. However, I seized the opportunity to gather feedback from employees to understand the reasons behind the minimal response rate. Armed with this insight, I implemented improvised strategies for ensuring confidentiality and effectively communicating these protocols to participants, both in follow up to this survey and in subsequent surveys and studies. The second highlighted course from A&M Commerce is organizational leadership. A significant aspect of this course involved interviewing the leader of an organization to gain insights into their leadership skills and evaluate their effectiveness. I had the opportunity to interview the school superintendent of a neighboring 6A school district, during which I learned valuable lessons about leadership, particularly in the context of navigating through the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. From my discussion with Dr. Vinson, several key takeaways emerged. First, effective leaders form teams composed of individuals whose strengths complement one another. Second, it's crucial to uphold the values of the organization and ensure transparency throughout the decision-making process. These principles align closely with the concept of values-based leadership, which emphasizes integrity and ethical behavior. Furthermore, Dr. Vinson stressed the importance of focusing on strengths, both those of the leader and of others, as a fundamental aspect of leadership development. By leveraging the strengths of team members, leaders can enhance overall performance and resilience, particularly during times of crisis, such as a pandemic or during significant organizational change. As you navigate to the next tab, you'll be introduced to the foundations of human resource development. The courses I've highlighted here are Applied Theoretical Foundations in EHRD and Career Development. Although I had a few courses under my belt, this course was an introduction to the breadth of what HRD encompasses. HRD works hard to develop individuals, their knowledge, skills, and abilities within the organization and beyond. Not only does it encompass organizational development, but this course brought the realms of training and development and career development to the table as well. Training and development is one of the main areas where I have found that I'd like to focus. Something I've recognized in my field is that we do a whole lot of training, but we really tend to be lacking when it comes to the development side of the equation. This foundational course helped open my eyes to the difference between training and development and encouraged me to be more diligent in seeking development opportunities for myself and encouraging others to do the same. I think it's important to acknowledge that HRD can only be effective for individuals if the individual takes ownership of their career and their own goals. The organization should then support the employee with their development within the organization. Next, I examine career development, which builds on this elusive missing development piece within my organization. This course really brought home the importance of career development and how the landscape of careers have changed over the years. The days of a long-term commitment to one organization are fleeting, and instead, individuals navigate through diverse occupations, pathways, and experiences that extend well beyond organizational boundaries. In HRD, when we talk about career development, we have to think beyond the confines of the traditional career ladder. It's crucial people feel empowered and valued by their organization. As I've looked at the career development opportunities within my organization, I've been able to identify gaps that we can work to close. We're entering an exciting yet trepidatious time where we have a new chief, and change is definitely the word of the day. Because of this course and others in my degree plan, I've been able to sit and have valuable conversations with the chief and other administrators about how we can bridge the gaps of development in our organization. By doing so, we create value for both the employee and the organization, which will contribute to improved job satisfaction, better retention, and overall organizational success. As you move to the next tab, it encompasses strategy and change. Writing a personal strategic plan was an undertaking and something that I have never been challenged to do before. The first text for this course, Ahead of the Curve, A Guide to Strategic Thinking, really helped me by breaking down the process into clear and simple steps. In fact, I've shared the book with a colleague who I'm currently working with on a strategic planning team. As my department is undergoing another significant season of change in a very short period of time, I have been able to leverage my skills from my change theory course. By embracing the role of coach and interpreter, I've been able to help guide others through the changes and help keep a positive outlook on the process of change through the personnel in our department. In all of this change, we've often asked ourselves, how do we get where we're going if we don't know where we're going? With these changes has also come the opportunity to be an integral part of answering that exact question. One of the goals I identified on my personal strategic plan was to be a part of our department's strategic planning committee. I've been fortunate enough to be appointed to that committee and have become the team leader. Our first meeting was an introduction to the expectations of the team. Well, the only expectation that the team was given is that over the next 12 months, we should develop a 5-year strategic plan for our department. No other instruction, no other guidance, except for a 1-page brochure from another department as an example. To say that that first meeting was unstructured and rough would probably be an understatement. However, having the knowledge and experience from my strategic planning class and also the change theory course, I've been able to take the reins and start guiding our team in the right direction to identify goals and formulate a strategic plan for our department. This by far has been the most exciting outcome of my learning journey to this point. I would have never been prepared to take on this challenge or feel confident enough to step up and guide the team through this process were it not for what I've learned through my courses here. The next 2 tabs in my portfolio cover research methods and then training, development, and adult learning. As I mentioned previously, I had 0 experience in research when I started this program, and I learned valuable lessons through trial and error in the beginning. However, my research methods course taught me the appropriate way to gather data, to ensure confidentiality, to apply different styles of data collection and analysis, as well as introduced me to a multitude of research-related concepts and definitions. As we progressed through the semester, we built a research proposal. And although I don't plan on pursuing a doctoral degree in the future, having the skills to write a research proposal can go far beyond academia. Knowing different types of data collection and how to interpret those results is crucial when it comes to gathering information for projects, proposals, and things like employee satisfaction surveys. Additionally, my course on statistics gave me a new perspective and the ability to understand many of the studies that I've read throughout my coursework. Initially, all I saw was a bunch of numbers and terms that made absolutely no sense to me. But once I went through my statistics course, it was much easier for me to understand and kind of speak the language. Although I am certainly not a master of statistics by any means, I feel that I'm equipped to evaluate the information presented and determine if the results are useful and valid. The last section of my portfolio focuses on training, development, and adult learning. One of my top career goals is to become the training coordinator for either my own department or another police department, and potentially a police training academy. I'm already a certified instructor for the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement and have been through other courses on effective training methods. Drawing from my 2 master's courses, I found myself to be a more effective instructor and identified areas where I can better connect with adult learners. I think there's room for improvement in how we teach new police cadets in academies, as well as new trainees at each of our respective departments. There are so many factors to consider when the learning audience is full of adults. For example, prior experiences, individual motivations, learning styles, and other outside responsibilities. And even in my coursework through the last 2 years, these very factors have had a profound effect on my personal engagement and learning. These are all important considerations when designing, developing, and facilitating learning experiences for adults. I look forward to utilizing the skills I've garnered through this coursework to make important impact in departmental and academy training programs. Although my training and development course was not what I had expected, I still learned a great deal. Instead of linking a paper or project from this course, I felt like including a sample of my discussion post from this class gave a better perspective on the learning that I achieved in this course. Through thorough evaluations of the literature and rich discussions with my classmates, I was able to synthesize the vast number of articles and reading assignments. One of the key takeaways from my training and development course was about doing a training needs assessment to make sure that the training that's being provided actually meets the needs of both the individual and the organization. Without doing an effective training needs assessment, organizations can often provide or authorize training that's both unnecessary and ineffective. Sometimes the problem isn't a need for training at all, and through an effective needs assessment, this can be identified and a more effective solution applied. The very last tab of my portfolio is a reflection on my learning and an idea of what lies ahead. I'm coming to the point in my law enforcement career where I'm eligible to retire. Having spent my entire adult life as a police officer, I wanted to have skills that were not only applicable in my current role, but that would take me into the next chapter of my professional life. I've utilized the skills I've garnered through my master's journey many times over the past 2 years. And as I'm completing this portfolio, I'm taking skills from my current courses and utilizing them to help guide strategic planning on an organizational level. It's definitely not been an easy journey. I've faced a multitude of challenges in my personal life over the last 2 years. Many of my friends have said they don't know how I've been able to do it all: work, family, school, and still have a smile on my face. There were definitely days where giving up would have been the easy route, but I wanted to show my boys that even when it gets tough, when you're overwhelmed and it feels like it's just too much, if you buckle down and give it everything you've got, you can succeed. I'm disappointed that my boys won't be there for graduation. My youngest has his annual JROTC banquet that same night, but he's insistent that I attend graduation. He said to me, "Mom, you've worked so hard for this moment, and I know how important this has been to you. I'll be really mad at you if you don't go to graduation. I have one more year for ROTC, so you're going to graduation." I can't argue with that. Thank you to the people who've supported me through this journey: my friends, colleagues, professors, and most importantly, my family, who have put up with lots of nights of pizza rolls and ramen noodle dinners. So with that, I hope you enjoy browsing through my portfolio and giggle